House Speaker John Boehner originally did not want to tie the effort to defund Obamacare to the government spending bill.
Our goal here is to cut spending. It's not to shut down the government. I believe that trying to put Obamacare on this vehicle risked shutting down the government. That's not what our goal is.
And yet, here we are. Ultimately, there were enough House Republicans demanding that the efforts be tied together that Boehner changed his mind. Why? Well, a source close to the Speaker says he has seen people rise and fall. In fact, he was one of them. In 1997, when Boehner, then the House Republican Conference chair, was part of a small group of House Republican leaders who met to discuss ousting their fellow Republican, then Speaker Newt Gingrich, well, the effort did not work. Boehner claimed he was gathering information, not conspiring, but either way, by 1998, his fellow Republicans ousted Boehner from leadership. Upon hearing the bad news, Boehner told an aide, "We're going to smile, we're going to work hard, and earn our way back." And he did just that.
You could never have projected in '98 the recovery of John Boehner.
How?
I think, first of all, just his discipline takes an unusual level of willpower to be defeated by your colleagues and make a comeback with the very same colleagues.
But also a key part of this all, memories of losing his leadership job. His current gig is far from 100% secure.
It's no secret that your caucus can sometimes be difficult to steer.
Really?
When he was sworn in as Speaker, he had 15 rebels vote against him on the House floor. He has this group of 30 to 40 hardcore conservatives that are more than willing to dump John Boehner any chance they can.
His lesson from 1998? Listen to your members and try to adapt to what they want. Sometimes leading, sometimes following, sometimes protecting them from themselves, and sometimes, as with the government shutdown, letting them learn the lesson that if you touch a pot on a hot stove, you might get burned. Not enough House Republicans believe that their current path is likely one that will hurt them politically. When, if that changes, Boehner will pursue a path out.
He has a very aggressive part of his caucus, and he has a president who is dramatically harder to deal with than Bill Clinton was. So I think I would rate Boehner's job as much harder than mine was.
And Boehner is determined to never be exiled again.
We've got a lot of divergent opinions in the caucus, and the key to any leadership job is to listen. You know, I was here during the Gingrich era. He had a little plaque that was in his office, and it was a management model. Listen, learn, help, and lead. We listened to our colleagues over the course of the last week. We have a plan that they're happy with.